What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ray, and today we got somebody new I haven't reacted to yet. We have Suburban. That's a very unique name. I like that because it reminds me of Suburban. I don't know if that's what he was going for, but I'm pretty sure it is. The song is called Paramouur. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But featuring Aurora, and it's an official visual. Let's get into it. So how I'm gonna do this video though, I forgot to tell you how this is. I'm going to add the Genius version of it, where they explain the lyrics at the end. So let's get into it.
Is your father a good man? It's surprising how little he seems to understand. His daughter was my savior. She can be a little indecisive, this is how it goes. Watching it unfold, playing my own role. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy, don't make me leave this home. This is what you chose, I can't let him go. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy, don't. In our house, the quiet is so loud, I'll never hear a single.
I've never heard Aurora on this type of beat before. It sounds kinda. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for right now. It sounds unique. I ain't gonna lie to you, I like it though. Like I don't think any of her songs that I've reacted to have had any like bass to it. Kinda. Now I think about it, I don't think not one has had bass to it.
Where do you wanna show them? Oh God, you're just a child. Oh, he can be a little too invasive, and I just want to live. This is how it goes. Watching it unfold, playing my own role. Make me leave this home. This is what you chose, I can't let him go. Tell me, is your father a good man? It's surprising how little he seems to understand. His daughter was my savior. She can be a little indecisive, this is how it goes. Watching it unfold, playing my own role. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy, don't make me leave this home. This is what you chose, I can't let him go. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy.
I like that. That was cool. Definitely a new sound that I'm hearing, definitely from Suburban and then also Aurora. But anyways, I'm gonna definitely check out some more of their stuff though. Let's get on to the meaning behind it and stuff like that. Alright. Here is the Genius version of this. Official lyrics and meaning. Let's get into it.
First off, I'm like super honored that this is pretty much the first collaboration that you've ever done.
I rarely do like work with other artists, but I was really drawn to you because you're, it's good, and I'm also,
yeah.
So it's good.
You have very angelic vocals.
Well, you have a really nice voice as well. It's very unique and weird, which is cool.
It's very breathy.
Yeah.
I have a very breathy voice.
Yeah, it's very nice, and mine is very sharp. So I think they're very nice together.
Yeah.
Like a cloud holding a knife.
Yeah. There's a generational difference between a lot of parents that affects their child's love life in a lot of instances, especially one that's fueled by belief or religion or just plain, boomerism. So this song is really describing the dynamic of your partner getting flack and that returning to you. In some situations, extreme situations, getting kicked out of their own house because of sexual relations or premarital sexual relations. Originally, I wrote it like very improvisationally, right on the spot with another producer. I sent it over, and
I hate that sometimes, and some people get like in trouble for that because really, realistically, that's a part of life, bro. You're going to mate. That's going to happen. So I feel like you shouldn't get shunned for that. Not everybody's goal is to get married, bro. Like, my goal isn't to get married until my life is 100% where I want it to be, and I know that's going to take a couple of years. So I don't want to be married until, like, I know I've done everything I wanted to do, see everything I wanted to see. And that's probably not going to be until I'm 40, you know what I'm saying? So I don't plan on getting married no time soon, but that doesn't mean you should get shunned for that, with anybody's case,
with a blank that I produced out specifically for what I thought. I wanted to hear female vocals, and Aurora perfectly matched that aesthetic.
I really like the song. I'm very dedicated to battling shame because I'm so upset with all the different ways we are shaming, especially about the beautiful things that makes us human, like love and sex. And it could be so pure.
Exactly what I just said.
And lovely. And all of these weird shamings just ruins such a perfectly beautiful, naturally wild thing. I love the message of the whole song. Sex is cool.
Sex is cool.
Tell me, is your father a good man? It's surprising how little he seems to understand.
I always like when the first line has a little bit of like captivation or shock value, and in a lot of relationships you want to know the reality of who you're dating, and often a reflection of that can be their parents, and a lot of the times is actively involved in a lot of their decision making if they still have a strong grasp on their child. With parenting, it's a fine line you have to walk. In most of my relationships, I've met parents who struggle recognizing their child as an individual, especially coming into adulthood. Is your parenting part of the equation? Is your father a good man?
His daughter was my savior.
There's a biblical parallel with me saying your daughter was my savior. Obviously a double meaning, a metaphor, seeing as their...
I didn't even catch on to that the first time. That's tough. That's tough.
Conflict of interest, but I thought it was similar because in a lot of ways she was my savior in that moment. I was very, very socially inept, still am. This was a first experience for me, like getting out of my shell during my youth.
Sure, she can be a little indecisive, but I don't have to make her choose, 'cause
she has had moments where she is directly influenced by her parents. She's indecisive, but I don't have to make her choose because I have faith in this situation. She needs to find herself as an individual and stop being ruled by a few things that did have a lot of influence on her growing up, and in turn had a lot of influence on our relationship.
oh, this is how it goes. Watching it unfold, playing my own role.
This is how it goes really was a moment of knowing a fallout will occur, knowing that I will get into a conflict with the parents, and just waiting for the inevitable. And that's what occurred over dinner. It was a very awkward dinner. They had caught us. I had been caught in the act. Got to the point where they were asking her to break up with me or move out. And they kicked her out. This is how it goes, watching it unfold, playing my own role.
Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy dum.
That was almost like a nursery rhyme. And Just phonetically, it sounded on the alliteration. I was playing a little dialogue in my head. Daddy, don't.
Yeah, this song sounded good, especially with the beat, though. Definitely with the beat.
Make me leave this home. Don't kick me out. I can be better.
Make me leave this home. This is what you chose. I can't let him go. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy dum.
The father coming down on her. This is what you chose. You have to live with the consequences. Then her coming back. I can't let him go. Driven by love.
I got one buddy that him and his now wife had sex before they got married, and her dad literally kicked her out and was like, "Y'all either got to get married, or you can't be around us anymore." Like at all, like literally got shunned for that. Now, I don't understand that, bro. I do, but I don't at the same time. Like, sex is not a bad thing. Now, if you're out here giving people diseases and stuff like that, yeah, that's a different subject right there. But yeah, if it's not around those realms of giving somebody something, you're good. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not getting pregnant, every single time you have sex or something like that, you're good.
Not logic, pure emotion and instinct in this situation.
House, the quietest.
Let's see something. How do I go back into an ad? What?
In our house, the quiet is so loud. I think I was imagining this whole thing from the girl's perspective, being reprimanded by a parent, or being like disapproved of or disowned. It's such an extremely painful thing to go through. And that silence around the dinner table that I'm imagining, this uncomfortable silence where you're not allowed to express yourself or to speak your mind or speak your truth or be who you are and be human, be normal even. I'll never hear a single word you want to shout. I was thinking both from the father's perspective that you'll never get to hear, like his anger is kind of endless because he will never understand, but also that he'll never hear every single word she wants to shout because she will never be given the space to be understood or to speak her mind. Oh God, you're just a child. I kind of wanted to scare the listener a bit in the song. I'm imagining that's how it feels for her to constantly be called a child when she is not anymore. Is this very undignifying way of kind of taking control over a child as a parent simply because you can. Oh, he can be a little too...
I would say after 16, you're not a child anymore. Like, I remember vividly being 16 and remember everything that was going on. You're aware of your own conscience, what you're doing. Even 14, like when I was 14, bro, I remember everything that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean be grown and go out there and do whatever you want to now. That doesn't mean that. There's still boundaries. But I'm just saying, at a certain point, you can't. It almost gets annoying and tedious to call somebody a child 24/7, and then it also makes them want to prove to you that they're not a child, and that sometimes makes kids like be pushed away from you, and it'll be like, okay, I'll show you I'm not a child, so they'll have this like secret vendetta against you that you would know nothing about.
Too invasive. When I heard Suburban's Pre for the first time, oh, she can be a little indecisive. I just loved the way that word kind of tickled my mind, and I loved the way it tasted in my mouth. And I really wanted to recreate that phonetically pleasingness. It was just fun to flip the perspective around. Oh, he can be a little too invasive. And that's probably why she's a little indecisive. And I just want to live. For me, when I added the little I just want to live, it's kind of to explain how little we are asking for. It's such a small question, it's such a small demand to ask for respect and ask for freedom to do what you want with your lovely body and soul. This song talks about such an important topic, and it's weird to me that it's even a topic we need to write about, but we do. So I try to like make a yin to his yang by saying he can be a little too invasive, because I love when words both like connect phonetically as well. It's very intriguing for the mind.
Anyways, there we have it. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments. Also, make sure that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe as well. Peace.